Greetings, Cubs. Welcome or welcome back again. It's time to step into the lion's den. So today I'm going to do a reading on E.Dawn and Hyuna. And basically, again, hopefully this is a quick reading. But I'm going to get into why they potentially broke up. What was the reason? What made them separate? So, I have my little love oracles here, or relationship oracles, and I'm just going to see what I pick up on. Remember to take all my readings with a grain of salt. This is all for entertainment purposes only. I do not claim to know any of these idol celebrities or groups that I read on by fact, nor am I saying that anything in my reading is a fact. So yeah, let's just enjoy the reading and get right into it. So what are some of the reasons why E.Dawn and Hyuna did not work out altogether? What happened? It looks like, first of all, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to separate it and check from both sides, because it does look like there was an issue that happened, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. There's an issue that happened in the relationship where E.Dawn, I'm going to assume this is E.Dawn, because well, I'm going to say one of them wanted to kind of seal the relationship, and I don't think the other one actually did. Obviously, that's what ended up happening in the end. Yeah, I'm just going to say E.Dawn. E.Dawn wanted to save the relationship. He did not want to leave. Obviously, there was issues where they wanted to be separated, but E.Dawn was trying to... Hyuna wanted to escape the relationship. She wanted to escape the relationship. Allegedly, she was starting to feel trapped, and E.Dawn was a beggar. He begged for her to stay. He begged for her to not leave him. There were times where he wanted to reminisce or kind of bring up what made them like each other in the first place, wanted to kind of refresh or rekindle their love, remind her why they were in love to begin with. When that didn't work, there was attempts to get her pregnant. He wanted to knock her up so that she would marry him and want to stay with him forever. Also hoping that she would kind of bond with the idea of being a mother. The tea is hot. Let's see. Anything else on E.Dawn and Hyuna's relationship? Yeah, he wanted to get married, but transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for a union. He wanted to get married, and it looks like Hyuna is a little more realistic than he is, in the sense that when she may have been over the relationship, when she was over the relationship, that was it, When she was over the relationship, it was like, okay, well, this is the end of it. I don't feel the way I feel for you anymore, so I guess I'll end this. But where we have keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, goes back to what I was saying before with E.Dawn, allegedly E.Dawn, kind of wanting to bring up past memories, trying to spark something into her remembering why they loved each other in the first place. He was a very, very passionate person. Now, I'm going to go ahead and scoop these to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of... I don't know why I'm going to use this deck. I have no idea why. Check how they felt individually. I'm going to pull a few oracles before I actually start reading, I think. I don't know. I always switch up my plans, so bear with me. E.Dawn to my left, Hyuna to my right. How are they feeling about their relationship when it ended? Or before it ended, officially? What was going on? Okay. Okay. Yep. Yeah, okay. This is very interesting too. And why this is very interesting is because in the end, okay, so over on E.Dawn's side, we have yang and mending, right? So E.Dawn, I want to say E.Dawn thought that Hyuna was like a terrible person for not wanting to fix their relationship or not hanging on to the relationship when he felt that she should have. In the same sense, E.Dawn was representing yang as well by not giving her enough room to breathe and enough room to feel her individuality without herself being attached to him. So he was bringing a lot of negative energy to Hyuna in the guise of positive romance, in the guise of love and affection. He needed to give her a lot more space, and without giving her that, I feel like that is something that also drew a distance between them. Hyuna was happy, but we also have building blocks. Her happiness, again, did not revolve around E.Dawn. And with that, she did not realize she was also building up blocks and kind of leaving him out. He felt that wall going up and felt that she was terrible for it. She did not see the wall that she was building up. She was in this, almost like this, she was kind of reaching for the sun. She was reaching for, even though that's a four-leaf clover, she was reaching for what makes her happy. She was thinking about her goals in life. She was thinking about what she wanted to do in her life. And that's what her focus was on. She wasn't focused on him. She was focused on herself. And she didn't realize that there was a block that was being built up and how hard he was trying to kind of break it down while she wasn't looking. I also feel like they were not aware of the effect that they had on each other or what they were doing, what the results of what they were doing was. I don't know how to explain this. It's like almost like where, again, E.Dawn's feeling left out and he's trying to bring these walls down that he feels have been brought up between the two. Hyuna feels like what he's doing is trying to stunt her career, trying to stop her from growing, doesn't want her to be happy, and is trying to destroy everything that she builds, right? Then on the other hand, where Hyuna is like, I'm just trying to be happy. I just want to do things that are meant for me. He feels like she's ignoring him, blocking him out, and being a terrible person. So it's like their own personal goals, they took offense to it. Now what's crazy is at the end here, E.Dawn realizes that Hyuna was not for him. Hyuna feels abandoned. So that's what's kind of blowing my mind right now. Hyuna is the one in the end that feels left out in the cold. She feels abandoned. She feels like he let go of their relationship. I also think, it does look like there was some really toxic tactics that he did use to try to keep her in a place where he was happy with. They did not find a middle ground. They did not find a middle ground. You know? Okay. Oh, they went to their separate air. You saw that? Y'all saw that, right? They flew to, what is this? Expanse. Yeah. Y'all, it looks like E.Dawn is going to be the one that grows a lot. And Hyuna ends up being envious of him. That's crazy. Hyuna ends up being envious of him. He will move on. He will grow. That's not to say that she won't, but she will definitely feel very much abandoned, very much slighted. Oh, I think I know a deck that I want to use. Oh, goodness. I think these are all Hyuna's. Yeah, I think these are all Hyuna's. It says Fated to Suffer, Colorless Angel, Atonement, and Triumph of Lies. Hyuna doesn't take the separation as well as she may seem. She doesn't take it that well, actually. She goes into a very dark place. Like depression. She feels lonely, abandoned. She feels like she will be smited throughout her career, or she'll be smited for not marrying him. She also feels like she herself is a liar. Like, she'll feel guilty for, like, I guess, promising or agreeing to do things and then changing her mind. Let me see if I can get anything for E.Dawn. It's a lot. It's actually one flipped over here, too. Okay, it's 4-2. Is that it? Let me make sure nothing else is flipped over. Alright, we're good. For E.Dawn towards Hyuna, we have Anger and Change, Masquerade, Revenge, and Addicted. So, although it seems like E.Dawn will move on, the Masquerade still shows that he will move on, but he won't let go. Even with Masquerade over Addicted, and also we have Anger and Change and Revenge. His moving on and trying to seem like he's okay is going to be his revenge to Hyuna. This man is very angry. He's very angry. He's very upset. He will play nice in the public eye, potentially, and he will play nice in front of her, kind of just, you know, again, show himself like, yeah, you know, you're still my girl, you're still my bestie, I've moved on, I got another girlfriend, or I got, you know, with somebody else, like that kind of energy, like, you know, showing off, potentially being with someone else and kind of parading that as a way to also get back at Hyuna. Hyuna may also know that he's lying, or at least have an intuition, like, you're not really happy, you don't really want to be there, that's not what you really want in life, or she's not even your type, kind of thing. I know you're doing this to make me angry. But he'll be able to play this role so well that, you know, then she's going to start gaslighting herself, starting to see herself as kind of crazy, and like, you know, here's the envy. She's going to be very envious of, you know, the other person that he may get and be with. It's going to be a lot of emotional stress. I'm going to bring out one of my adult decks here. This is the Erotic Oracle, Manara. Manara Erotic Oracle. I will be using the book because I don't use this deck often. So you know, I'll be using the book, and I will be censoring some of the things that I read just in case. So, E.Dawn towards Hyuna. Let's get a card for E.Dawn towards Hyuna. His feelings towards Hyuna and his relationship. Okay. And then Hyuna. Okay. Oh, I said Hyuna. Let's get one for Hyuna. Let me get one for Hyuna. Thank you. Okay. So we have 2 cards for E.Dawn towards Hyuna, and we have 1 card for Hyuna. I don't know if she can really be seen, so I'm going to put that over there. So the first card we have is Reaching Outward. This is card number 14. Card number 14, sorry if I do stumble across reading this, but card number 14 says, I asked myself, what should I do? I asked myself, what should I do to conquer and charm, to be the queen and the whore, the king and the slave? I felt like if I were not seen, I couldn't really exist. But it was only when I looked at myself that the world started noticing me. Let's just break that down itself. Especially the line that says, I felt like if I were not seen, I couldn't really exist. I feel like this is also an attachment to Hyuna and her image. And him feeling like if he were not seen with Hyuna, that he himself as an individual did not exist outside of his relationship with her. At least that's my interpretation of it. Please leave in the comment section your interpretation of this paragraph in the sense of E.Dawn in the comment section. I would love to hear your thoughts. It's like I feel like E.Dawn wants to play both of the roles. Like they're like certain roles that he has within that he may have given himself, or he felt like he had to play for the public eye and for the private eye and for the eye of his lover. And I think that E.Dawn was struggling with that and struggling to have and find his own identity outside of that. It continues to say, a person who is in love with themselves is irresistible. They know, well, this has pronouns of she, but you know, I'm replacing it. A person who is in love with themselves is irresistible. They know that they know what they want, and they know who their body and soul are worthy of. It is not vanity and pride. It is a spell. The slightest movement awakens passion. Their spectators shudder at the smallest gesture. Lust caused by breath of the unknown words arise like a fever. But the more one tries to fake such beauty, the more it becomes conventional. It becomes irrelevant. The louder one shouts to be heard, the less meaning is conveyed. Someone like this can only be loved from afar. Rather, it's those who know their imperfect human beauty that are seen by the world, loved, desired, and embraced. Once again, how I was saying that it's like E.Dawn wanted to force a relationship and force love where Hyuna was already, you know, she was already feeling the love. She was just doing her own thing. But he tried to force a type of love and a level of affection from her that was not freely given. And the more he tried to shout their love from the rooftops, the more he tried to force her to reminisce on the good times, the more he tried to force a love that he thought was lost onto her, the more fake it could have felt for her. The more unnatural, the more he could have ended up making himself look like a leech, feel like a leech, because of the way he would not let their relationship naturally flow. I think that a lot of this may have stemmed from his own personal insecurities and fears of being abandoned that ended up having him trying to ante up their relationship and pushing her further away. Again, it doesn't seem like she does not love him. It looks like she really did love him. But there was a distance and a wall that was created between them. The next card we have for him is number 15, which is protecting your feelings. Oh, great. It's right after that. It says, hold on, let me make sure. Well, I agreed to undress. I bared my feelings first. Then I bared my mind. I bared my body, my soul. I bared all of myself except one secret thing, and that I kept mine, even if I surrendered everything else. It continues to say, there always comes a time when we find ourselves naked, a willing choice, a risk, even a gamble. Being naked means being vulnerable. It can hurt deeply. It can leave scars. But if we never show ourselves without our costume or our mask? But what if we never showed ourselves without our costume or our mask? The body would become a fortress, pure and unconquered, and in the end, devoid of life. So that under the costume and behind the mask, there may actually be nothing. There is a choice, however, when to get naked, how to get naked, how fast, and how profoundly. Protect yourself, but savor your feelings of opening up. Let others accept you at the pace you are comfortable in. I think that last sentence is also very important. Let others accept you at the pace, but in this case, at the pace that they are comfortable, what both of them are comfortable with. Pacing is very important and a key component of their relationship. And the